Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real2reel360. KYs.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real2reel360 show. Let's get it in.
We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace.
Peace and blessings. What's going on, people's house, everybody? Peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation of gods and earth. To all the human families on the planet Earth, I say peace. I be DJ KY's Allah, a.k.a. Kato, the black superhero, one half of the Real2reel360 show. But we wouldn't be complete, make this circle go straight around like it's supposed to without my other half. All right? That's the knowledge right there. So I'm going to bring on my co-host with the most, none other than my brother in God, Joshua Allah. Mr. PhD himself. What's going on?
Peace.
Peace, what's good, baby?
Yo, man, it's gonna be crazy. But first and foremost, I want everybody to like, subscribe, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, to make sure that you hit that Cash App, you know what I'm saying? Because all donations are welcome. You know what I'm saying? For us to keep this show going, we need your support because you know we're bringing you the hot topics and hot fire things all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? The acts that you want to see, the acts that people talk about, you know what I'm saying? They coming on Real360. So, you know what I'm saying? To keep things going, we need your support. You know what I mean?
Before you go into the intro of saying anything, I gotta ask you this, man. How are you feeling thus far? We have, we've been reaching milestones with the show, man. So I got to know how you feeling right now. We gotta let the fans know how you feeling.
Yo, man, it's crazy. Like every week, you know what I'm saying, is a superstar. You know what I'm saying? An epic individual. Like when you talk about Real360 and you see that you got the Whispers or you got the Barcades or you got the Rude Boys or you got Sir Charles or you got Omar Cunningham or Hakim Green or, you know what I'm saying, or even State Representative Rat, you know what I'm saying, on our show, Saladin Quinar, on our show, you have legends that have graced our show. And for a lot of people, they don't understand, like, this is, when we say real to real, this is the real to real. Like, we give it up for the people, you know what I mean? So definitely like and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know for real, who's going to be our guest, you know what I mean? Because we grinding to get the best out here, you know what I'm saying? So today, it's going to be crazy. Yo, he said that they backstage. Don't see him, but okay.
We'll try him again. But yo, as we was talking, I wanted to add this build on. One of our guests I was speaking to last night made a comment, and he said, when I heard the intro, he said he did the knowledge to the intro, and then he observed. He did the knowledge to what he saw above your head. And he said, man, when I heard that and I saw that, I know that this wasn't a show to be playing around with. He said, these brothers here to play. He said, yeah, he said, I know about that. I know a little something about it. I said, okay, I'm good. He said, yeah, I want to thank you, brothers, man. And he definitely wants to come back. And that's my cousin Gloria right there. Yeah, Gloria. Yeah, Stevie D and them. Like I said, they don't know that they are part of our family on our father's side. But our guest was like, yo, man, I'm loving it. like what we doing. I'm getting so many comments and accolades from other people that have watched other people who know these people and said, man, y'all had him on the show, y'all had her on the show. I said, man, y'all doing it big. I'm like, yeah, listen, we doing what we supposed to do. That's why we keeping things real, you know. And I'm so happy that we have grown so mature from the beginning to now, and the growth is still growing. You know what I mean? And there's nowhere else to go but keep going up. You know what I'm saying? And even when we looks like we're going down, all we doing is cycling back. We're coming back around. You know what I'm saying? So people don't even think we falling off, because all we doing is bringing it right back and feeding more and more, better and better. You know what I'm saying? The food for the thought.
All right.
Thank you. We love you for loving this show. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah,
that's love right there.
Definitely. You know, it's funny because like I tell people, you know, that flag right there, it's gonna be in every show. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I appreciate the guests for recognizing. You know what I mean? For recognizing it. But the reality, you know what I'm saying? This is the culture. You know what I mean? And take it with us everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? So that's the real. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you know, all praise due. You know what I'm saying?
Love you, cousin Gloria. Love you, baby. That's my cousin right there. Yeah.
Peace. You know, right now, you know, we have a phenomenal guest who about to pop in within the next few minutes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to drop the jewel.
My thing is this here. If you grew up in the 80s,
yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? If you grew up in the 80s and you was listening to Be Less,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you was listening to 98.7.
Yeah.
If you was listening to 92 KTU,
DJ Paco.
You heard songs like Tender Love. Love is the house.
Love is the house. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. The list goes on.
The list goes on. And right now, we have Khalil from the mighty Force M.Ds. Ladies and gentlemen.
Peace,
Peace, brothers.
Peace, fam. What's going on?
Peace.
Yeah, Steve. I'm Steve. I'm just making sure Steve get in real quick.
Yeah. Absolute. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, brother. I sent him the first link, so he's probably backstage on that link. I'm just trying to call him now, just to let him know to check out the second link.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second, fella.
No problem.
We just letting the fans and people.
A lot of people don't realize, like growing up, man, you know, we got itching for a scratch. You got it all over here. You know what I'm saying? The original Force MCs, not the Force MDs.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So
it's a pleasure to have history in the building, in the living flesh, you know, still around to tell their stories and embrace us with the history down their memory lanes. You know what I mean? And just embrace the crowd with the love and let them know, you know, from the culture, what was going on for them back then and how things are now. And you know, we still moving, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, they were definitely impactful for a lot of young brothers, man, who was just getting out there trying to get their game together. You know what I'm saying? Playing Tender Love in the background when they was sitting there talking to shorties. You know what I mean?
Y'all in different parts of the city, right? In different locations, right?
Different locations.
Yeah. I'm in Maryland. He's in North Carolina.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So how y'all like? We've been on StreamYard for a few years, man. You know, we do our podcast on StreamYard as well. Yeah, and I remember when it first came out, a lot of people wasn't really on it. It's like it's definitely a good platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all got it looking good. I'm like, okay. Y'all really pimping it out, the platform. I see how it's going there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got the star crescent up there, Positive education is correct error. Please educate all children every day. Proton,
right.
electrons, atom create energy. I see you, God. Arm a leg, arm a head. Indubitably.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Indubitably.
Peace, Born P. We got Born P on there. What's
Nah,
going on?
that's magnetic. That's magnetic.
Is that where my glasses at? Oh wow.
Yeah, that's magnetic.
Magnetic peace, magnetic. See, that's what positive education always correct the errors. Indeed.
That's it. That's
Indeed.
it.
Yeah.
That's it, man. You know, we were just talking about that before you came on. You know, a lot of people, they noticed that, especially, you know, coming from back in the day, they noticed that more so than anything else.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? But
hold on a second. What you say, Steve?
The phone messed up. It's back now.
All right, say no more. All right. I sent you a new link because it's another link, not the first link I sent you, all right? Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry about that, fellas.
No
problem. Like I said, you know, this been anticipated. We sent it out and shared it with the people. The people was going crazy about this here, like
long time coming.
And Cash is like, you got Force M.Ds. You got Force M.Ds. You got Force M.Ds. I'm like,
it's so good, brother. It's you know, like I said, man, you know, it's always good to see the A-Likes doing what they do, man. And, you know, it's all about this building and, you know, and adding on, man. You know what I mean?
First of all, I want to say definitely, Khalil, you are home. You had no need to worry about nothing. You home.
So I ain't got to quote the Bill Green analogy slice of what makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquake. Earth is on the water.
You got to quote the lesson.
To a flag where traffic to speed 0,137 miles. Don't stop the God.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Stevie D in the building. What's going on, God? Peace. Luke, what's going on, fam?
All right, man.
Oh man, look at you, boy. Look at you looking good, boy. Like a cold glass of water. Just man, this is so, it takes me back, man. Now, Khalil, you may not know this, but Stevie, I'm gonna have to bring your memory back. Back. Now I gotta go back at the Brooklyn Armory, way back.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Now, we met backstage because we had to find out that you and I have a mutual cousin in line, Tony Heath, the Heath family. If you remember Tony and them, yeah. And I was like, that's when we start talking. My brother brought me backstage there with y'all. We all chopped it up, man, and it was fair. I didn't know about the rest of the family because all he had focused on was you at the time. So when I found out about everybody else, I was like, yo, my mind was blown away. I said, the family's blowing. I said, these voices is elevating, you know, so that's why I said, man, to bring this, to have y'all on here it's heart touch for me, for real. And I'm humble. I'm humble and I'm blessed to have y'all, man. This is mad peace and love. I just can't say no more.
Frank McGee, the McGee family, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, yo, Steve, we was just talking about Frank, right?
Yeah.
We just talking about Frank, man. Oh, Freddie, Frank.
Man, y'all
Sandy, Christine.
The Heath, Tony and his mom live on Berryman now, Berryman Avenue.
Right.
And let me see, Yolanda and which just passed away, but it's all in the fam. Everything was there and stuff. Because I left in the military, been going for 23 years, and came back. So I followed y'all even when I was overseas doing what I was doing. I was like, yo, that's fam right there. Y'all gotta listen. Get the cassette tape.
Yeah.
I'm telling my age. Get the cassette tape. Uh-oh, we got a caller. Guess who it is, Doc? Guess who it is?
Blackness.
It's Magnetic.
Yeah.
Magnetic, energetic, can do
Peace to the true and living God. You are on the Real360.
That's crazy.
Yo. And it's crazy. Peace, God.
What's the science, God?
I don't even know where to start at, man. I actually seen what's his name, Stevie D.
Yeah.
He was the Force MCs.
Yes.
And then he started going into the 28th degree. I was like,
that's Khalil. Okay. That was Khalil building.
And then I remember one of the other ones, what was his name? Mercury. And I was like,
Mercury.
Names like this? Oh man. Wow. Yeah, I remember before they was actually singing.
Yes,
They used to
yes.
be harmonizing. They used to be battling. I was like, yo, I love
Dr.
this.
Rock and the
I
Force
love
MCs,
this.
baby.
I love
Absolutely.
this.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
People don't even know about this stuff. Some people do. Some
Yeah.
people have no idea. They clueless with that, man. I just wanted to.
you got a lot of clueless people with that. You know,
yeah, just so y'all can hear my voice, man.
Well, we appreciate the love, God, and much respect and love to you, and keep listening to the show and keep pushing it, man.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
I'll with y'all later, man. I'm
Indeed.
gonna go back so I can finish listening to what y'all saying, man.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
Peace to God.
Peace, good brother.
Peace.
Yeah, man. We want to introduce them and make sure that everybody understand, like, from the beginning, these was MCs, like, not just singers. They was MCs in the art form of singing and rapping. You know what I'm saying? Separated them from everybody else. You know what I mean?
That, but somebody was pop locking a long time ago. I ain't gonna say no names, but somebody was getting it in.
So why you be popping too? You was getting it into?
Oh man, I was there, God. I was there from the beginning. You know what I mean? On that doggone cardboard, getting it in.
Wow.
Just battling. You know.
Yeah.
We had mad
Exactly.
fun back then, man. Love music and the generation of hip hop was more powerful then to me because it was more unified. Everybody, you know, the battles weren't personal battles. They were battles about, you know, we talking about repping our blocks and such and so, you know, we putting it on there like that. We ain't talking about shooting and killing when I see you. We talking about hip hop. When we get together, the hip hop is love. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no real animosity back then. It was all about you do your thing, but when we come together, we're gonna have a better show because if we bringing the people together, that's the culture. You know, so yeah, absolutely, Kay, no doubt.
But I got my question is, like, how do you feel about being one of the pioneers of hip hop? Like, a lot of people don't realize that, like, y'all were part of the beginning or the energy of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about that and being one of the pioneers of hip hop?
You want to go, Steve?
Yeah, it feels good, man. It feels good, man. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, yeah. It feels good, man. Especially being the first hip hop act from Staten Island.
There we go.
Yeah.
We were the forgotten borough.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought we could do it. You know, they only counted us out. They gave Long Island more love than us before we came.
Hold on, fam.
No. I ain't taking nothing from Long Island, but you know, Staten Island being one of the 5 boroughs of New York. That's what I mean. You know,
we the 6th borough, the most deadliest.
Oh, God damn. We done open a can of worms, man. God damn.
Just for all the risk. Yeah, just for all the risk. So, just all the risk. The groundwork we had to do, just coming from Staten Island, you know, at least being up, you know, during the whole Cold Crush, Fantastic Five, Busy Bee, being in that whole era of hip hop, you know, and you know, just being that extra borough that was in there, you know, that count, you know, that made. Hey, what was that? What was that?
You good, fam?
Sorry, he put the thing on.
Oh, boy. Sorry, y'all.
No worries.
We gonna make sure you good,
Okay.
right?
I'm all right.
I'm about to get on the bike.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, it feels good that we contribute, you know, our part in the whole growing, you know, the art of hip hop, you know, the genre of music of hip hop and harmonizing on the mic. You know, you got all the Drakes and all the people doing it now, but you know, us and a couple of people, Ray Vaughn and Johnny Wall, these cats from all back in the days, we're doing that. You know, even from Mastodon, Def Committee, Gangsta G, you know, for the Furious 5, Raheem for the Furious 5. There's a couple of people, but we definitely brought a flavor to it, and it stuck. You know, just knowing that and going uptown and hearing cats playing our tapes, man, that was a big deal, man, a real big deal, man. We just happy to contribute to the culture, man. That's all.
You know, a lot of times, like, a lot of people, they didn't know that y'all were rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you're right.
We have a lot of I know I had some of the flyers, you know what I'm saying, for when y'all was performing uptown and battling and things of that nature. Yeah. We're talking about the early 80s, you know. And what was the transition like from going from hip hop to R&B?
Well, with me, you know, Khalil, Jesse D, and my brother TC, we were already an established singing group from Staten Island called the LDs. And our thing was we won a lot of talent shows and singing on the Staten Island Ferry. Me bumping into Mercury in Staten Island, he got me into rapping. So, and I got Mercury into harmonizing and singing, you know, because Mercury's just a rapper at first. But I got him to harmonize, and that's why we just flowed, you know, that style.
Mix the formula.
Yeah, we mixed it, you know, with the hip hop. So we was already. That's why people's band, the Force sound like singing, like it sounded, you know, because I was in a singing group already, and and my brothers, the LDs, are the ones that actually got discovered. The LDs, the one us singing on the Staten Island Ferry, me, Khalil, Jesse, and my brother TC. We're three brothers. Me, TC, and Khalil are brothers, and Jesse D is our uncle.
Wow.
The LD and the Daniel. So
okay.
We got discovered by Mr. Magic on the Staten Island Ferry. But Mr. Magic, before he discovered us, he was already hearing whispers about these other dudes. He didn't know I was in two groups at one time, the LD. So he was hearing whispers about. Yeah, he didn't hear. He was hearing whispers about these other cats from Staten Island that rap. They got a DJ named Dr. Rock that was making noise. My man Mighty Mike C from the Fearless Four kept telling him, yo, you got to check these dudes out. But he never got a chance to check me and Mercury. And then later on came my cousin-in-law, K1. But as a Force M.D, he never got a chance to check us out. But he did see the singing group on the Staten Island Ferry. And he said, yo, man, I got to take you guys to Tommy Boy, man. He got to hear you guys, man. You might get a record deal out of this. And Khalil, my brother Khalil, went into the mosque. You know, spiritually, he's always still with us because he started the whole grind, all the groundwork.
Chopping up.
Yeah, he froze a little bit.
Still there? Yeah.
He's still there, but he's still there, but he just frozen right now.
Yeah, he just froze up a little bit. I think wherever he's at, he's got a bad connection.
He in Atlanta.
Okay.
So Khalil, you want to pick up where he left off at?
Yeah, no. Pretty much, you saying when Mr. Magic discovered us, you know, I was like in between the five and the mosque and whatnot. Then I had moved in the mosque. Me and my physical TCD, my brother TC.
Yes.
Me and TC started going to the mosque and stuff like that. And I made a decision to keep soldiering when he brought me the contract with Tommy Boy. So that's how that happened. Then I got back in '89. I jumped back in. So it's been like over 30 years now. I've been back in it. You know what I mean? But that's what he was leading up to. He was leading up to when he was one of Tom Silverman's. When the meeting took place with Tom Silverman, he was listening to the group sing, but then at the same time, we brought Trisco and Mercury up there, and it was like, damn, we got two groups in one. You know what I mean? Right. So, and that's how that whole thing. But then there was no name, so it couldn't be the LDs because everybody's last name wasn't Lundy and Daniels. You know what I mean? So they took the name Force, and they put the put the MDs to it to make it musical diversity. You know what I mean? So niggas sang and rap the whole shaboing boing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
It's
no
so
worries.
good, man. So good.
No worries, man. But we want to, like, how do it feel to actually, like, at that point to have Staten Island on the map, like put it on the map? Because, like you said, that at that point, Staten Island was underrated when it came down to MCing and everything. How did it feel to have, like, put Staten Island on your back and show the world that Staten Island had MCs and singers, and a lot of talent do come from Staten Island?
Well, it feels real good, man, because, at one time, before we did the going uptown to Harlem World and all them places, Force MCs, Staten Island, they didn't think we could do it. They said, oh, man, y'all gonna get booed if y'all go up there, man. They ain't trying to hit nobody from Staten Island. So that was like a challenge to us. It was like
Hammer, go to Hammer. You ain't been in New York, Hammer. You know what I mean?
You ain't
y'all remember that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That definitely pushed. And when we went uptown, boy, it was a different story, man. people really accepted us, man, and really liked us, and they kept telling us to come back, and we made a name for ourselves out there, man. And it just feels
y'all killed the game, man, because for what y'all did, not just for Staten Island, but for the industry as a whole, man, y'all brought a whole change venue. Because if I'm not mistaken, the only group that came close to following the act of what y'all did was Whistle.
Yeah, Whistle was definitely a group. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, rest in peace to Kango, man. You know.
Yeah.
Man. Damn.
So, you know, following y'all lead with that, because they was hip hop MCs, then they started singing later on, you know, and I could hear like some of that similarity or what they got from you. I ain't gonna say stolen, I'm gonna say, but what they utilized and learned from you all, they put it in their music as well, you know. But the beat of pioneers that y'all had become, and I know that they had to give y'all a big parade when you came back to Staten Island. I know they
God.
Oh man, yo.
That was so ill, man. That was the best feeling in the world, man. You know, because you know, because you know, he's talking about the street sign or just
street sign, street
name.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, man. You know, we love Wu-Tang. They our boys. They got this street sign before us. We came out way before them. So we was like, oh, yo, how did that happen? But you know,
but yo,
we got love for them.
We got supreme love for the gods. You know what I mean? That's
supreme love to the gods. He's like, okay, it's all good. Long as we get ours. We got what we deserve, and it happened. You know, it happened, you know, and they supported us on that. And we just all happy that we all, you know.
Yeah, we made it happen. We made it happen. You know what I mean?
Made it happen.
Ain't nobody handed it to us. We made it happen. At the end of the day, we connected the dots, because at the end of the day, what's happening is at one turn they were saying everybody needed to be dead in order to do the street sign. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and you know, I definitely want to say this. I ain't been saying this, but I need to let everybody know this too. You know, in us doing the street naming, you know, it was a lot of people, like political people, that supported us, like the congressman, the councilwoman, the Senate person, and you know, the lady of housing. But I'm gonna tell you, the borough president, his name is Vito Fosello. I think he's like more of a right wing Republican. This dude, because everybody gave us proclamations, they came. This dude didn't want to give us a proclamation. He didn't want to show up. He didn't want to have nothing to do with it. And we were just kind of like, yo, and keep in mind, prior to that, the 23rd of July, we got a proclamation in Brooklyn for the 23rd. You know what I mean? For Force M.D. Day in Brooklyn, 23rd. But this is on Staten Island. This dude, Vito Fosello, this dude, we ain't met the dude. We don't even know him, like know him, but his office, nobody want to have nothing to do with that. And I'm just saying, whoever's listening, if you hear that man's name, keep that man in mind. That this man, he I don't know, he's on that other side. He ain't supporting anything that, you know, has to do with legacy or anybody contributing to Staten Island's history or culture and stuff like that. He just a straight up, you know what I mean? You already know what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one of Yakub's children.
Indubitably.
That's one of Yakub's children. But you know, we was gonna like segue into the street signing, because y'all kicked the door open for artists to come out of Staten Island. Let artists know that, you know what I'm saying, they could definitely make it, far as the Wu and other individuals. How was it when you was coming up, like making records and getting the love, you know what I'm saying, from back home, when like when you would hear Tender Love and Love is a House on the radio on BLS back in the days, and you would go back to the crib and everybody is like, yo, we just heard you on the radio. How was that feeling?
It's overjoyed, man. It was overjoyed, man. You know, even when you ain't in the state of New York, people be calling, yo, man, you records on the radio right now. Yo. But the biggest overjoy for us definitely came from our first time ever being on Soul Train. And that solidified, like, yo, these dudes really made it, man. You know, because, you know, us growing up being the biggest fans in the world, watching Soul Train, we didn't miss a Saturday, no matter what we was doing. Soul Train was on the agenda to watch every Saturday at 10 o'clock. When we did it, we went out to California, got the word that we was supposed to do Soul Train. We was all happy in California taping it. We asked Don Finish, when's it coming on? He says, it's coming on July 15th, Eastern time, boom. So take Soul Train like 2 months before it comes out. So that day when July 14th came, we knew the next day Soul Train was supposed to come on. That was a Friday, and that Saturday, we telling them on 14th, yo, we gonna be on Soul Train tomorrow. Yeah. All we was doing is praying that Don Cornelius did not bullshit us. Better come on.
This episode has been canceled.
Yeah. I hope it ain't blackout. Nothing. On tomorrow.
Absolutely.
It says, all right, this is Soul Train. And on today's show, they say so somebody else. I said, don't do it to us, please. And they said, Force M.D. I cannot have went so crazy in my life, man. And then I couldn't wait to walk outside after that shit went off. So, yeah, what now? They was like, no! Everybody going so that was big. That was big. We actually did Soul Train 3 times in our career. We was on there 3 times. So it was
What is the biggest tour that y'all ever done?
Madonna,
wow.
Yeah, we went on a tour of Madonna overseas, playing in front of 120,000 people a night.
Wow.
And we had Sylvester Stallone. He came on some of the dates, man. We couldn't believe that he wasn't as tall as we thought he was.
He's a short dude, yeah.
Rocky, right here. Right?
Push him in the snow. Get out of here. Stop all this, man.
Yeah, we couldn't believe it, man. But Madonna showed love, man, because she didn't have to do that, man. She had a choice of Red Hot Chili Peppers, but she chose us to do all those opening acts for us, all these countries around the world, man. So we forever thank her, man, for what she did for us. Looked out for us like that, man.
That's great. That's beautiful.
Like also too on the speak toward like people saw the unsung with Force M.D's. What was that experience like taking you back in time during that unsung period? And do you have like a biopic or have y'all discussed a biopic about the Force M.Ds?
You got a colleague on that.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, keep in mind, the unsung is only like 40 or 38 minutes, with commercials, give and take. We already did a documentary called The Force M.D's Relived, and we had brought it around to different film festivals, getting standing ovations and stuff like that. But we just had a problem with the clearances and coming up, somebody paying for the clearances for the music and stuff like that. So pretty much we are in the process right now of talking with some networks right now about the Force M.D's Relive and a mini series right now. These are the things that's on the table right now, and we do got we got a real good story because what my physical is saying right now. When you do the rewind, this is important when you talk about contributions to the culture. Now, if you check on on our Instagram and Facebook page, and we got YouTube page, you can hear Dougie Fresh say, because he's in the Relive documentary. He said when the Force M.D's together, that's when came together. That's when hip hop and R&B met in this purest form, right? That's one Mississippi. Two Mississippi. Dougie acknowledged that Jesse is one of the pioneers of the human beatbox too.
Yep.
I mean, that's very important. A lot of people sleeping on that. Like they don't hit some sleeping pills. They sleeping on it. Jesse, Stevie D, the man that's on the screen right here. A lot of people don't know. Steve is one of the founders, or like in that first, that what you call Catch Freestyle. Like you're talking about Jay-Z, Biggie never wrote. Steve never wrote a rhyme in his life. You know what I mean? Everything is off the top of the wig. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything's off the top of the wig. You know what I mean? You got these, and like on the stage rapping with the DJ. There was a lot of things that was introduced that when you look at the culture right now, it seems like it's always been there. You know what I mean? So
we ahead of our time, man.
Ahead of our time, and right now, it's a good thing that, because right now if you Google beatbox, look around the world, you got beatbox tournaments in Japan, Russia. It's like the culture did its thing. And, and another thing is this, a lot of cats that that I noticed, because the Force M.Ds were so versatile, they was rapping just as good as they could sing. You know what I mean? So that both elements was there. So some people in the hip hop community look like, okay, they just left and just totally did that. But if they come to the show, they know we all go back and forth with hip hop and R&B. They just was hoping that we made more hip hop records. You know what I mean? So sometimes when you hear, cats talking about the hip hop, a lot of times, like what y'all said, a lot of people don't know the history of the Force MCs when it comes to hip hop and stuff like that. And that's what's important of us through the documentary and the mini series, so everybody can connect those dots and get the history. Because if you don't write your history, somebody else is going to write it for you. So this is why on this every platform that we think is worthy getting on and spitting these jewels, that's what we want to do. Let everybody know what we got coming out and what what we brought to the genre and where it's at right now, and hoping the cats can learn from it. You know what I mean?
I gotta add this on. Not only were y'all the first pioneers in that, but y'all were definitely the first pioneers to also put soul, hip hop, and musical dance forms on the hip hop stage before there was a cane and a scoop lover and a scrap lover, where y'all would get up there and jump over each other, twist around. Y'all were the first ones to do that for the hip hop culture. I got to let it be known. Y'all were the first ones that
look, you see when Trisco was flipping like Trish Brown and like, right?
Absolutely.
Wise, you know what I'm saying?
It's your first scratch. That video.
Yes.
Yes. It's Your First Scratch is one of our most versatile videos. If you see It's Your First Scratch, the video It's Your First Scratch, it showed a lot of our elements right there in that one video. You know what I mean? You could do that, then you bust into a sweet ballad like Tender Love or Tears or something. But it showed the versatility right there.
Exactly. That's why I say y'all were the first. Y'all laid the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? And how was it for y'all to be invited or asked to do? Was it Wild Style? Which film did they?
Movie called Rapping.
Yeah.
Movie called Rapping. Yeah.
Crush Root, but Rapping. Which one?
Crush. I know it was Crush Root.
The first one.
And that's Rapping.
Rapping. Yeah, we did
way before Crush Root. So how did that come about for y'all, and how did y'all feel with that?
They came to Tommy Boy Records, and they were trying to audition acts for the movie, and they said, okay. They interviewed a couple of acts on there, and they says, what could you do? So they told us to perform something. So Tom Silverman said, yo, I want you guys to perform Itching for a Scratch. And we performed it. They says, we want you guys in the movie. And they got us in the movie. Shout out to Ice-T, because he was in there too. Ice-T.
Shout out to Ice,
Definitely. One thing that I will say, like the hip hop style of rapping and harmonizing, y'all definitely are in the forefront for that. You know what I'm saying? Where these Drakes nowadays and these other different MCs or rappers, they have to understand where it comes from, because that was Force M.D style. You know what I mean? That was originally all you. You opened up the doors for a lot of cats on the hip hop scene, and I wanted to make sure that my fans and followers, they understood, like, y'all are really pioneers of hip hop, you know what I'm saying, as well as, you know what I'm saying, coming into R&B in the 80s. And that's something that, we're talking about history, you know what I'm saying, a great history, battle history, you know what I'm saying, the battle history of Force MCs, you know what I mean? Cats don't know that.
Y'all on the ferry boat, we came sailing back and forth and back. Sucker ass niggas off our track.
Cats don't know that y'all was battle rappers.
Yes.
Like that, you know what I mean? So y'all come from that era of battle rapping and things of that nature. So, and then the question is, since you come from that, how do you feel about the verses? Because the verses is a form of battle rapping and things of that nature. How do you feel about that?
I think it's definitely good for the culture. Verses to see. Even though people keep saying they're doing it for fun, but they be willing to really battle for real, you know.
Yeah.
They gotta, you know, they gotta put the face on like if they playing around, but they really want to win. So everybody want to win. Everybody want to win, but I think it's good. It definitely shows people, reminds people how many hit records that other people made that they forgot about, and it's definitely entertaining. You know, thanks to COVID, that they came with that idea. Shout out to
COVID birthday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Big shout out to Timberland and Swiss Beats for coming up with that whole idea.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something. You know, I know we got asked. We want to try it. Battle who we versus and all that, but you know, I don't know how much they kind of slowed down a little bit if I'm not mistaken.
I think Swiss and Timberland, they're going back and forth with the company now. I think they got a little lawsuit.
Thriller.
I don't think they paid them all their bread. You know what I mean? They kind of like supposed to give them a certain amount of money. They give them all their bread. So right now they got a little friction. That's the last thing I read probably like a couple of months ago on some, you know, like some news.
Wow. You see, it always happens when you have a determined idea from the right kind and you get involved with other people and they want to try to take it to a whole different level that takes away from what the original concept of it was, man. And people got to stay ground rooted to the truth. You know,
I've seen some good verses and I've seen some verses that they shouldn't have been verses.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've seen some good ones, but then, you know, like you know, I know everybody want, you know, to show off their catalog and you know, and what, you know, but then you got, you know, the mechanics of how you gonna do it. Are you gonna really sing? You gonna do the instrumentals? Are you gonna just play the music? You know what I mean? Like that, because you know, like, you know, once you try to start singing with it, and if your shit ain't right,
I think my favorite one was Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones too, bro.
Mine too, man.
Oh man, that was classic, bro.
Because you sit up there and I'm watching them and I'm like, these are true pioneers. You got the Isley Brothers that have been singing since the late 40s going into the 50s. So their timeline is immaculate. Then you got Earth, Wind, and Fire, the big band, the Killers, man, on stage. They had the flashes and everything going on. So to see these two true living icons and they hear the hits still sound like they were first recorded ever. And you know, I went and saw the Isley Brothers in Detroit when I was out there at the Fox Theater. And let me tell you,
he had his pimp suit on.
Yes,
with
sir.
His fur
Yes,
coat
sir. Yes, sir.
And his wingtips.
I had my fur on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Damn, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, man. It was like you could tell the difference in age wise.
You had the fur on minus Jerry curls, right?
Stop.
Rosh Mel told me to say that. You know, he just texted me just to say that just now. Yo, God, I just said it to him. But yeah, he just told me to say it to you. He said the God was dope. He had the fur. He had a little. The fur was wet, hanging down. He had a little juice on it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
But nah, that's what's up, God.
But yeah, y'all. Now, if y'all had to go on. If they would add y'all to go on the verses, who do you think would be someone that y'all can see can be some contenders? I ain't gonna say pretenders, but contenders with y'all.
Now, when you know, if it comes to like catalogs, you know, you got to look at, you know, it's like when it came to like the back in the 80s, like the show with Force M.D and New Edition, that was dope then, but their catalog just went so crazy right now. So their catalog was crazy. But right now, in my opinion, you know, it'd probably be True Ready for the World like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Indeed. Definitely.
I'm just dealing with catalog because, you know, you got BVD. Them niggas they got so many different things popping off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, they got you know, Johnny Gill got what's your call got a catalog. You know, just leave them alone. Just leave them alone right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I was gonna ask, who do you a lot of times, like back in the days when you go on shows, you wanted to make sure that when you went on stage that it was hard for a person to be a crew to come behind y'all. Y'all wanted to shut it down. Who was the crew that you was in more competition with, or you felt like, you know what I'm saying, we got to show these cats that they, you know what I'm saying, that we're better MCs or better MDs, you know what I'm saying, than anybody else?
I'll give you three groups. I'll give you three groups right off the top of my head. One was definitely New Edition because we did 3 tours with them, but we was going at it every night. It's friendly comps because they are little brothers. But they knew we gave them heavy competition. Us and New Edition when we first came out, not like later on in the years they made just way more records than we made, but in the 85, 86, 87, it was us and them a lot. And
Iverson and Kobe. Going back
you can ask people to them shows, man. They're gonna say, yo, Force kind of did them up some nights too, man. It was crazy, but they was one of definitely the best groups. But after that, it was definitely Levert. They was really good. Levert, the group Levert, and Roger Troutman and Zap was another group that was just really hard to follow. And
Computer Love.
They were dope. They were really dope, man. I'm telling you. I could just name a few. It's a couple more, but that's just the top 3 out of my head I can name right now.
Okay, because I know like when you talk about like the early '80s with Force M.D, you talk about Full Force and in the same, like almost in the same breath.
Full Force is good too, man. They're good too. They're good too. They're definitely good too.
And I know they end up being more producers than singers, you know, and and being backup for Lisa. Is there any artist that you wanted to work with that y'all wanted to work with or collab with back then that you didn't have the opportunity to?
Oh, definitely Babyface and Teddy Riley was 2. We worked with Full Force. They did 2 good songs for us. Right. But we want to work with Teddy Riley, Babyface. It's unfortunate that we only did 1 song with Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam, and that was Tender Love, man. And we didn't really get a chance to work with them again. I thought we had magic doing that we could have did more songs, but Tom Silverman, Tommy Boy Records, their budget couldn't afford them, so we never really got a chance to work with them again. And it didn't afford Babyface or Teddy Riley, so we just dealt with what he gave. We got lucky with these 2 white guys from London, Jeff Goroff. They did Love Is a House. We made that a number 1. A lot of people think that Jam and Lewis produced Love Is a House, but they didn't. They got that little Jam and Lewis sound. But these 2 guys from London came up with that idea, and we came and went and did it. It had a female on the demo. We first heard the demo of it, a female singing it. So they told us to take a listen to it for like a week. We listened to it. So, okay, I think we can do it. When we did it, we put the Force M.D's flavor on it. It became a number 1 record.
Yeah, definitely. Love Is a House and Tender Love is 2 of the most iconic songs of the 80s. Like when you make a slow jam tape, you got both of those on there. You didn't. You got both of those on there. You know what I mean? If you want to set the mood right, you put both of those songs on there. How does it feel to have 2 songs that are everlasting, like that could still set the mood to this day?
Well, it feels good, man. But truth be told, man, a lot of people still hit us right for Tears. Here I Go Again.
Yeah.
Little joint, Couldn't Care Less. Couldn't care less.
Yes.
Some joints that there's people still rocking with it. Want us to rock every time, They get mad if we don't sing them.
I want to know your name.
But Tender Love and Love Is a House are definitely our top 2. But those are in the runnings. People like those. Definitely. And so, but it feels good, man. That that our music stood the test of time. It's timeless. We made timeless music that stood the test of time, and that's always a great feeling, man, to have, man. That's not easy to do a lot.
I'm mad because to me, one of my favorite dancing joints of yours is Touch and Go.
Touch and Go.
Touch and Go.
Yes.
Touch and Go got such a bad beat, and I be in the kitchen. I don't mind.
Yeah.
My wife be looking at me like, "What are you doing?" I'm killing it.
That was actually a top 10 record for us. That went top 10. That record went top 10. Touch and Go.
Yeah, Touch and Go.
A lot of people coined Touch and Go as a neo soul record. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why they call it like a neo soul. I don't know. I seen this right up in this article, and I never looked at it like that. But but that's what they said. You know what I mean?
Hip hop soul, baby. That's hip hop soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm just. I need a drink. I'm happy as hell.
Yeah.
I'm happy as hell.
We can tell. No. But,
I feel like I'm at an actual concert right now, just chilling, looking.
your first actual show, first concert you ever did, how was that feeling? To go out on that stage the first time in a big arena, Coliseum, and be like, yo, you made it? This is it.
Let me tell you, it felt really good. But what's the blessing is that us singing on the Staten Island ferry,
Times Square,
audience, Times Square, to an audience every day, hustling with a hat out, making money, being street performers, made an easy transition to us going on a big stage because we already knew what we could do. It was just natural, so natural to us. So hearing the girls scream and all that was definitely an added on addition to make the adrenaline rush even higher. Make Crystal do 3 flips instead of 2 flips because the adrenaline was so crazy. It was definitely a good feeling, y'all. Definitely a good feeling. And definitely got we just loved performing. That was the part of, besides recording the records, performing was always the best thing for us.
Okay.
We love doing.
Are y'all still recording? You got some new music? Because Kay got some music from y'all that he wants to play. So we want to see if we can segue into some of the new music that Force M.D's have or have.
What you got, Kay, man? What you got?
Khalil, you might gotta hold down the rest of the interview, man. I got an emergency. I gotta go.
All right.
That's my brother, man. He got the rest, man.
No doubt, man. Yo, I
dropped
appreciate
a lot of jewels for y'all, man. Y'all,
True indeed, cuz.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you.
Peace and blessings, my brothers.
Much love, man, to you.
I
I'll talk to you. All right.
Hope everything well. Peace.
Yeah. They got his grandson with him. That's what he got, his little grandson.
Yeah,
with him.
I got Fly With You.
Oh man. Now, let me just say something about that, man. I can't remember the cat name. Anyway, that song was written like during the time of the pandemic. You know what I mean? We was losing people like everybody else was losing people. And we already lost a lot of people. But it's just like it was one of them songs, man, that if you listen to the words of the song Fly With You, it's like people who you knew, you grew up with, family or friends, it's like they crossed over to the other side and like, yo, Kay, I got you, B. Right. You know what I mean? I got you. See, that's some slick shit. Don't even front me. Kay, don't even front. Rod, don't even play me like this. That you can't get no slicker than that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That song, that song was really heartfelt for us because we, from Mercury to Trisco, our brother TC, Uncle Jesse, you know what I mean? Our cousin K1, Dr. Rock, you got a whole platoon going, you know what I mean? And it's like, so that, and then on top of that, you got family dropping like bad bags of dope during that quarantine thing, you know what I mean? So it's like, and then it was just like that song fitted like a glove, man. And we was just hoping. The whole thing is right now we're putting it out ourselves, but now we got a whole right now. Oh, thank goodness. We got a little machine we've been doing like over the last few years we've been putting together. It's pretty much assembled now. You know what I mean? You got to assemble right now. But we just wanted to just be dropping stuff out. When I say drop it, put it out through our distribution outlet, the Sony Orchard, that's that outlet. But, because you could drop a record, but if you ain't got the budget to market and promote it to compete with what's out there, it could get lost in a given shuffle. But at the same time, we always throw bread on it because that record don't got no, it ain't got no age on it. It's still that's the type of record that stuff like that is always happening, and everybody's gonna be able to relate to. Every generation is gonna be able to relate to those type of things that's happening in everyday life, in reality. You know what I mean? That was a good one right there. Fly With You, man. That was slick, B.
Then don't rush.
Yeah. Oh man. Shout out to my man Pooh from Philly. He penned that, you know what I mean? We heard it. And shout out to our guy Kevin Crump that worked with us. We heard that joint. We was like, yo, this is kind of slick. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Twitter and Instagram away. I'm just off the top of my head. But the joint, it was dope, man. Right now with music, as you get older, man, you got to really connect with the song. You don't want to sound like you 19 years old. You want to make sure that I'm still talking the wise, I'm still talking the truth, because we all got experience. We all got a backdrop of history we journey through. There's certain things in our backdrop of soundtrack in our lives, certain, way we talk and where we at in our lives all connect. It ain't about just trying to wheel in some young cats. It's about, things that we go through too right now. Because right now, some cats may still be with somebody, maybe divorced, and they're going through that little Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. But that was dope, man. Shout out to my man Pooh, man. You know what I mean? That joint.
Tell everybody, man, if they watch that video, man, when you leading, you can feel the energy from you when you singing that Fly, man. It's right off the bat. As soon as the song hits and you see you standing there by yourself at first, and you just singing and the talking is in the background of what you're saying about when you're losing somebody and they love them, they gone, but they still got you. The whole implication of that video was all about love. And it was about,
important, man.
You can feel the energy. And that's why I was like, yo, that's hot. That's hot. I was like, yo, Johnny.
We think about make you happy, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely, man.
Zaim is our nephew. That's our me and Steve baby sister's son.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, Zaim is our nephew. My sister Felicia, that's the oldest boy. He's the boy, and the boy's a beast, man. I'm just letting y'all know from day one. If you get a chance, go and look up Butter Smooth. Butter Smooth. He did a project for Ice-T. Ice-T said, "Yo, Z, these are my favorite joints. I want you to redo these joints." So Z went in the studio with a live band and redid these joints. And I'm gonna tell you right now, out of all the joints, like Maxwell was like, "Say, yo, nigga, you trying to take my job?" That's what Maxwell said to me. That's one Mississippi. my man from Body and Soul, what's his name? It's the one that wrote Body and Soul. He like, yo, man, you killed this just like the dudes, just like, and the dude that said, that's the tip of my tongue, my man. My man who just died, from Philly.
The Delphonics?
Yeah, Delphonics, Will Hart. We was just with the cats, and we was all in Atlantic City together. He heard the joint, he was like, yo, this boy cooking grits and chicken right now. He on the stove cooking right now. So my nephew, trust me, my nephew is nasty. So IC's working on some projects. We got some projects. We have Donnie Loud. I don't know if you know Donnie Loud. Donnie Loud worked with R. Kelly. He did like a whole project on my nephew. So we really just trying to get him in a nice little space at the same time. But like I said, we definitely making music. We got music that's we got stuff in the clip right now. But right now it's all about you can have so many songs, but everything's about your marketing strategy to get the songs to the people. You know what I mean? So everything's about building up your different platforms, reconnecting with your audience, make sure you can reach your audience, and just having that understanding that in order for your record to do what you needed to do, it got to be on certain platforms. You know what I mean?
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
Like I said, to have you and your brother on our platform it's humbling for I know for myself, because y'all was an iconic group for me growing up. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people feel the same way. And to be, personable and being reachable and things of that nature, that to me shows the character of individuals that you are. You know what I mean? You and your brother both, because a lot of times when you have reached the level that you have reached, sometimes people feel like they're untouchable or they on this different platform. But to watch your interaction at the signing for, your street signing and then, watching you and even on your own podcast, you can feel the realness, you know what I'm saying? And the personableness of yourself and your family. So I want to thank you for coming on personally. And I'm not going to front. Kay always like, yo, that's the family, this the family, this the family. So he didn't never know that I reached out. He didn't never know I reached out. So I hit him. I said, listen here, man. I'm getting sick and tired of you talking about your family, man. They're coming on the show. He said, what? I said, they're coming on the show. I'm finna pull your card, nigga. I'm finna pull your card.
Yes, sir.
But How long y'all been up and running?
2 years.
That's good, bro.
We 2 years young in the game, man, and it's been
That's good, man.
It's been a great ride ever since day one.
Yeah.
I'm humble enough to say that my little brother here, man, is a go-getter. He's a hustler. He's a hustler by nature. He's humble by nature. He's God by nature. And to be with him when we took off on this, we knew this baby was going to blossom. We didn't know how fast. We didn't know if it was going to whatever, but however it's been and where we are now, it's awesome, and we're still humble about it. That's the main thing. We stay humble. We stay grounded. We don't allow none of this to overtake us to a different way that it's going to go from, because where we are now, and we're getting looks from other people that looked at us one point saying, "Oh man, y'all gonna be just like this. Y'all gonna be just like them." Yeah, nah. We took what we took Real2reel360 for a meaning, and we made that 360 for a meaning, and we stay grounded to it and care nobody fade us, because that's what we always building and destroying others on about. So I'm grateful for my baby brother, man, and we put this on. When he told me he got y'all, man, I was like, nah, you playing. We said, because he come on talking about, who's the man, who's the bad, tell me I'm the baddest, tell me I'm the best. Like, what you talking about? Just tell me I'm the baddest.
Okay,
I ain't you the baddest. What? I got the Force M.D. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Hey, let me do a rewind on you, man. Let me do a rewind. The God called me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The God was smooth, man. He was sliding like he had rollerblades on. He was rolling. Yo, this is what it is. Because there's a lot of people doing podcasts. Everybody's podcasting, man. And, everybody's doing, can't be on everybody's podcast. That's one Mississippi. I mean,
right.
It's all about a connection, man.
Right.
What I mean by the connection is somebody knowing the history. I mean, somebody that walked the dogs back when we was, really coming up and stuff like that. They can connect, which means that their audience can connect with us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the other plus is, knowledge itself. You know what I mean? And to me, that's important too, from a perspective that you understand. In this whole big industry, you know what I mean? Jay-Z being a billionaire, you'll see still every now and then wear his little flag and start crushing the thing. But we want to probably press him, like, we'll do this and that. Now you don't let the man swim with the sharks and bring another look. You got to have somebody that can go on the other side, take a couple of arrows and say this is on the other side and come back. You know what I mean? Right. A lot of us would never even get to that point before we start, judging the next man. Like I said, but it's all about just having that mindset of, what we need to do and how we need to come together, what's best interest for us, for the seeds and stuff like that, and be able to let, and at the same time, let people know that, the Force M.D, it ain't like everybody's like Bill Powers, everybody, it's cats that got knowledge itself. It's cats that understand, how things really move and shake and bake. You know what I mean? Right. At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
True indeed.
But I we appreciate you having us on there, Bill. It's been a pleasure, the same way, my brother. You know what I mean? It's an honor, you know what I mean? And you guys are doing a great job. Just keep it up, and like any way we can, promote or add whatever you're doing. Maybe trying to circle back, interview y'all on our joint. You know what I mean?
No question. It'll be a pleasure, man.
Gotta show them Jerry curls just one picture. Hey, yo, Rod, you gotta show one picture with at least one Jerry curl on.
Why you gonna play me on the left like that?
I'm saying, because you had the fur on, and you was at the nines. He was rocking to the nines. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he went to the players' ball and the whole nine. He was out there.
I ain't mad at him,
With the pimp cup, he's looking for his pimp cup now.
Yeah, that's why he went to Detroit. That's why he went there. You know what I mean? Shaking the bang.
And he's looking for the picture. Look at him.
I'm looking for the pic. Word up. I'm looking for the picture. Yo, y'all ain't gonna play me like that. Nah.
Also, too, I gotta send a shout out to Great Life. You know what I'm saying? Great Life was with y'all at the street signing. That's my brother.
So Great Nice?
Great Life, the God, Great Life.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, peace to the God. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, got to shout out my brother, Great Life. And it's a lot of individuals don't realize back in those days, everybody was getting knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was touched by the knowledge, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, was influenced in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
And now the music is not receptive. I mean, you can't tell where the knowledge fell off at in the music because we was coming up, everybody was building. Everybody was building.
Let me just salute Strong Island. You know what I mean? Let me salute Strong Island because I'm gonna keep it real. When Rakim came out, you know what I mean? It's like when Rakim came out, you know, keep in mind, you know, you had Kane, you know, other cats that knowledge of it. But when Rakim came out, man, it's just like you can see it was a definite time in the hip hop, you know what I mean, movement, like evolution. You mean that the guards was very significant, man, because the guards had the wordplay, had the slang, had the understanding of who we were and who we are and whatnot like that, and had the pride and the confidence, you know what I mean, to articulate it in a way that, you know, a lot of people across the United States, you know what I mean, didn't really kind of see it. That made, you know, it gave hip hop an edge, you know what I mean, to see cats so articulate. And Rakim coming out of Strong Island, boy, you know, I remember one day, man, I was in Brooklyn. I used to live in Brooklyn, and a car drove by, and Rakim said, he thought I was a donut and tried to glaze me. I almost had a heart attack. I almost had a heart attack. I said, yo, what I'm saying, it was just so, like I said, it was so good, you know, at that time, and, you know, coming up, you know, being young, you know, running to knowledge of self and seeing, like I said, how, you know, how a lot of people, especially the five, influenced a lot of people, you know, articulating and on that level of consciousness with the wordplay, you know, like with real wordsmiths and stuff like that. I mean, it was good to see that, man. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I got to jump off, fellas. I got to.
I want to.
You know what I mean?
No doubt. I want to thank you for coming on, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an epic episode with one of the greatest groups of the 80s, the Force MDs, our brother, your brother Khalil, brother Stevie was on. You know what I mean? What else can you ask for?
Yo, right here. Right here.
Brothers.
Peace and blessings, Khalil, man, and high salute. And again, this is your home right here. I ain't gonna say your home away from home. It's your home. Right here.
That's
definitely firm in the seas right here, man. So anytime if you want to come back on or bring some people on or whatever, pass the torch on. We here for you. We here for whatever y'all need, any upcoming events y'all have. Oh, before you bounce out, just let the people know how can they see y'all and catch y'all on your podcast and so forth.
Yeah. Check it out. On our social medias, you can go, like Instagram is official Force MDs. On Facebook is Force MDs. Twitter, Force MDs. But we got a podcast called Force MDs featuring Dr. Pebbly Pooh. We've been up and running like 4.5 years, almost 4 years. So y'all can check it out. We're on Facebook. You know, just go to Force MD's Facebook page, and you go to our YouTube channel, Force MD's and Dr. Pebbly Pooh Show, and you can see all the different shows we posting up right now. We just set the channel up a few months ago, so it's like, but you can see all the shows. So we got like hundreds of shows, but we just started posting them up right now. Y'all can check a lot of the interviews and different people we had on the show, man. Appreciate y'all subscribing and rock with us. You know what I mean?
No
Absolutely.
But my brothers, protons, electrons, and atoms created energy, black man.
Indeed.
All right, yo.
Guys, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a high salute. You have just witnessed history in its perfection from living legends. I am proud and happy and humble that we had the Force MDs here on our platform. So this is what Real2reel360 is about. This is what we bring. On behalf of myself and my brother in God, my co-host with the most, Josh Jamel Allah, Mr. PhD, who still owes me that 5%, but I'm still going to get it later on. All right. And to the mighty Khalil, I say peace and blessings. I'm not going to play the outro, but I am going to play that song by the Force MDs on Fly as we go out. So I just want everybody to hear it. Go look at the video, go to YouTube, pull up the Force MDs. You won't regret it. It is a beautiful song, beautiful rendition of love, peace, and happiness right there. All right. This is the Real to Real 360. And we say peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation, the gods and earths, to all the human families on the planet Earth. I say peace.
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 There comes a time in your life that someone you really love will go to the other side. Their spirit will fly to an endless sky. Up the mountain highs, down the valley lows. You had to cross them all. Seems the road goes on and on. A smile to mask the pain. You drown it in the rain. You don't want them to know. Lost but don't know where to go. I'll be the one that you back for your leap of faith. I'll be the voice inside that keeps you brave. I'll be the shadow that never leaves your side. I'll be the wings that take you high. I'll fly with you. I'll take you to a better place. You're not alone. You never have to be afraid. I'll rise with you. Let's go soaring through an endless sky. Just close your eyes. Let's fly. And those the good times, sweep the bad behind. The darkness fades away. Soon the sun begins to shine. A new day has begun. We can run towards the sun. We can open up our wings and touch the sky. I'll be the one that you back for your leap of faith. I'll be the voice inside that keeps you brave. I'll be the shadow that never leaves your side. I'll be the wings that take you high.
Yeah, fly with me, Force M.Ds, ladies and gentlemen. And that is our time. Again, we thank you for tuning in. Want to thank all our listeners and subscribers, our fans, family, and multiple friends all across the globe, internationally as well. We want to thank you all for tuning in with us, because to know that we're reaching out to where you are on all continents is a blessing. So we are very thankful and humble that you take the time out of your busy schedule to tune in and watch our show. So if you would ever love to come on, hit us up and holler at us. We would love to have that foreign connection and bring it all together, because this whole continent is one reel to reel. All right, Ja, who we have come up in the later time frame?
This week coming up, we have Miss Lynn Myers. We're going to discuss sexual abuse, how to cope, you know what I'm saying, coping skills with sexual abuse. We're looking to have Reek the Villain, you know what I'm saying, from Lord's Island, which was a protege of Busta Rhymes, on the show. So we got a couple of good episodes. And Jamel, get at me, God. You know what I mean? You got the math. Get at me.
Absolutely. All right, that's good to go. Good to go. And shout out to Len. Happy birthday, Queen. We know you had a birthday. If not sure if this day or earlier, but happy birthday to you. Much love and grace. All right, yo, John, we gone. We out. We out in the place to be. We gone, man. We turning heads. Everybody, peace and love. We out here.
We out here. Peace.
Peace.